In this video, we will discuss about this TME, that is tumor microenvironment, hijacks, neutrophil phenotype, and these things have been reported by many paper, and we will discuss one of the figure of the review paper. So here, what they mention is that these neutrophils, when they reach to the tumors, there is epigenetic changes occurs that make them into the pro-tumorigenic phenotypes. So we will start with this neutrophils. What are neutrophils? Neutrophils are the white blood cells. That is the first line of defense whenever there is an infection has been observed in the host. So this neutrophil progenitors, it starts with this bone marrow, near bone marrow, and then it forms a immature neutrophil through differentiation, and then it will form a mature neutrophils. So at the periphery of the tumors, what they are able to see is that they not only see the immature neutrophils but also the mature neutrophils. However, at the core of the tumors, they are able to see a different kind of neutrophils that they call them as T3 neutrophils. T1 they called it as immature neutrophils, and T2 they called it as mature neutrophils. So in the T3 neutrophils, what they are able to find out, there is a pathways that corresponds to hypoxic and glycolytic pathways are upregulated in this T3 neutrophils, and that helps them to survive in this in that conditions of the tumor microenvironment, which is a hypoxic and glycolytic conditions. And these T3 neutrophils are pro-angiogenic neutrophils, that is, they helps the formation of angiogenesis. Angiogenesis thereby helps in the survivals of the tumors by providing a pathway through which food supply can be maintained to the tumors. So what are the important things that are upregulated or provided by this T3 neutrophils phenotype is this VGFA is upregulated. Because of that, angiogenesis is upregulated, and it will also provide the survivals of the tumor cells, and also this T3 neutrophils, and helps in the immunosuppressions development around this tumor microenvironment. And what other things that they are able to see through the transcriptomic analysis is that at the periphery they are able to see T1 and T2, both the immature and mature neutrophils. However, in the T3 they are able to find the combinations of this T1 and T2. Along with that, they also see some other changes that makes them its own characteristics. So it is not just the combination of T1 and T2, but it also has some different changes in the genes that results in this T3 phenotypes, and that they call them as this tumor associated neutrophils. And so this is what the arrow figure on the right hand side shows what actually happens. So this tumor infiltrating immature and mature neutrophils, once they reach the tumors, there is epigenetic reprogramming occurs, and because of that, now the neutrophils will act as a pro-tumor neutrophils. And the way that the difference between this T3 and this T1 and T2, what they are able to see is that one of the genes to the transcriptomic analysis that they are able to find out is that this T1 and T2 are DC trail R1 negative. However, T3 is DC trail R1 positive. So one study is done in which they knock down this DC trail R1 in the T3s, and they are able to see improved efficiencies of the improved efficiencies against the tumors. And so this further indicates that the importance of this tumor associated neutrophil towards this immunosuppressions, and that prevents the tumors from any immunogenic response by the host immune system or by the external therapies. So this is one of the therapeutic approach. The neutrophils is also one of the therapeutic target in order to diagnose these solid tumors, as by targeting these neutrophils they can by targeting these neutrophils that are in this T3 characteristics or that is T3 phenotype, the researchers might able to increase the efficiencies of their current immunotherapies, as this T3 is causing more immunosuppressions, and it also helps in the angiogenesis that further supports the tumor survivals. So I hope you understood how this tumor microenvironment hijack the neutrophils, which is the first line of defense of the host towards this pro-tumorigenic response. If you need to understand more about this topic in detail, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.